Does your betta need a friend? Does it really need a companion? Do they get lonely? What is the best thing to do for your pet fish? Well, today we're going to be discussing it. Welcome back to Creative Pet Keeping. My name is Kasia, I am your host, and I'm just chilling in my little fish room, and I really thought about the question of, do bettas truly need a friend? I have a bunch of different tanks that actually have bettas in them, and a lot of them are community tanks. The reason why I like to keep community tanks is because it's a great form of enrichment for a betta, but that's kind of where the benefits end. So yeah, it's interesting to look at other fish, but bettas are actually solitary fish. This means that they don't interact with other fish other than flaring at them and telling them to get out of their territory. They don't form friendships, so they don't need friends, which is kind of sad, at least for us to comprehend, because people need other people. We get really sad when we're by ourselves, we get lonely, but we have to realize that fish are all different, and certain species are solitary, and betta fish are a solitary species. We do force them into a lot of unnatural situations. So for example, a female betta sorority tank is something we set up because we want to keep a bunch of beautiful, colorful females together, or when we're breeding bettas, we want to jar less fish, so we'll keep females of the same spawn together in a tank. It's much easier, the water is cleaner for the fish, there's more space, there's more for them to do, but they don't need each other. And if given the choice, betta fish would kind of swim away and go do their own thing, have their own little territory by themselves, and not really meet up or interact with any other bettas, except for when it comes to spawning. That is really the only time a betta is interested in another betta, and it's only for spawning reasons. They do react to movement, and they do react to changes outside and inside of their environment. So if you use your finger to say play with your fish, so your fish will follow you around, something that will provide them some mental enrichment. You can even train your fish. You can teach your betta to do a lot of cool things, which I've never tried before, but I've seen something called the Betta Olympics, which is pretty cool, where people train bettas to do tricks. So you can definitely do that. But they don't need friends. They don't need a snail companion. They don't need a shrimp companion. Well, a shrimp companion would more likely become shrimp snacks more often than not. When it comes to other fish, they just want to peacefully coexist together, but not really interact with them in any way, and they don't really get any sort of benefit other than truly just the mental enrichment. That's kind of the end of it. Sometimes adding fish with bettas causes bettas stress because some fish will harass or bother a betta. Some fish really swim really quickly or will eat food very fast, which will make it more difficult for the fish. And the fish does not have a choice to swim away. They don't live in a large body of water, and they can't, escape. They can't swim away. They just have to deal with it. So we as humans have to make the best choices, not only for our fish, but of course we have to choose something for us as well. Your betta does not need any friends. It's totally content being by itself. It is not a social fish. It is grumpy floof warrior that just likes to have some interesting things happening sometimes around, so we can look and explore and check out. And those are the important things to focus on. So I hope that you found this video helpful, and next time you set up a betta tank, maybe you'll consider a betta only setup, and then you'll be able to enjoy a lovely tank, and your betta will be able to enjoy his solitary grumpy life doing grumpy things.